everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Eagles going up against the Giants. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the wideout in motion. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw again. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Green, 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sliding into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go on the ground. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Let's go. Green, good. Watching that, Marty. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. Whoosh. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at point.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. Stays on his feet. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be 1st down Eagles.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Eagles are going to have a 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go now. Green. Let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Now, that has to be frustrating for the offense. They caught him in a dime package. 6 defensive backs on the field. If you're going to run draw and run your big guys at smaller people, you should have success on that play. Instead, the defense won the battle.
319.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Blue line.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Looking to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the ball is knocked out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Parkey's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half. And
he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Look at the spin. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw here. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And they'll run it here. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. toss. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position. Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come up in an offset eye. They're going to look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. And now for the offense. This is play number 11 here on this drive. Look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
back now here at MetLife Stadium. Fresh set of downs here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here we go now. 3-9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll send Beckham alone to the left
Here
side.
we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. 319.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Well, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Here we go. Green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of 20 that time. And it's good for a New York first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Time for a break. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the side.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Detroit! Look now, look at 56. Look at 56. Leopard!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And no! It's incomplete! The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now out come the Giants. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And quickly, they get to the line.
Hurry up, here we go!
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Detroit! 55's my guy, 55. Let's go!
He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So how many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. No gain on the play there, second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I hate to be in the film session watching this play. Talk about getting a downgrade on your play sheet.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And New York sent to take the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting in the home.
Popping nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a Batman, but I only got the best intentions. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming.